Morning, everybody. It is time once again for Coffee Time
Yay.
Sunday. One of our
Yes.
best traditions here on YouTube for Sunday morning. And we hope that you are having a great day. I'm sporting the necklace from Joseph Kane. I love it very much. It's made of iron. Good morning, Diamonds. How are you?
Hey, Diamond.
It's made of iron. Like iron ore that's polished.
Big kiss to you. How are you?
I think it looks fantastic. All right. And we
Vanessa,
are underway. Hello, Harvey. How are
Harvey.
you, Vanessa? How you doing, sweetheart? You know, Vanessa,
Good
I saw her
morning,
one day.
Gina.
Hey, Gina Smith. One day I saw Vanessa. She had her camera on, and what a cutie over there with her headdress for her outfit. Good morning, Keith
Good morning,
Gregory.
Keith.
Pride of the U.S. Navy, retired. Keith, thank goodness.
Hello,
having a hard
Robin.
time not going on.
Good morning.
Good morning, YSL. Good morning, Robin. Good morning, Deb, the RN. Nice to see you. Francisco Lopez Barro.
Good morning,
Buenos
Debs.
dias, Francisco. ¿Cómo estás? Fundraising for it. Good morning, Kitten Cat.
Hello, Kitten Cat.
Now Mama Bear wants to.
Hello, Beryl.
She wants a solo with me to Vegas. Could you imagine that?
Yeah, you should really pull it off.
I mean, hello, Kevin Chambers. Good morning, Beryl. How are you doing,
We should
sweetheart?
have a GoFundMe for that, actually. A GoFundMe for that.
Sometimes I just good morning.
Viva Las Vegas,
I'm feeling wonderful today, Mallory. Good morning to you, honey. Nice to see you.
Good morning, Mallory. Nice to see you.
Yeah, perspective puts everything in place. And one of the things, good morning, Linda. One of the things I love, well, good morning, Missy Jenn. Lovely as usual. We have George shotgunning today. George, are you a happy boy today? Saying hi to everybody out there. Raining cats and dogs in the Sunshine State. There you go, Marshall.
Marshall.
It's a good day to hang out in the library.
Yeah, that's right.
Search those. Search that help wanted.
Doppler radar. It's
Hello,
supposed to
Liz.
rain really hard.
How are you? Good day
That's
to do
right.
that. Good
You
morning,
are right
Linz.
in that thing where the storm goes through. That's
I'm going to give you my thoughts
Hi, Linz.
because you were on my side stream. Hey, Breezy. Oh, thank you. This I got this. This is just like a little sweater shirt. And this is from my good friend, Missy Jenn, and my good friend, Joseph Kane in Australia. Thank you. We love you, Joe. Good, bad. The thing I love about YouTube is there are people that just will stand with you and your channel. Mainly because, what did you say, Missy Jenn? Good morning, Jessica. Oh, you flew right over us. Okay, like that. I like that. Flew right over us the other day, and you didn't drop a brick out of the. There's Rosie.
Oh wait, there's Missy Jenn. No, let's just
to the left. Steer it to the left. You're gonna hit Jen. Go to the left. To left. Ah, there you go. Yeah, let me just put this out this morning too. To Elvis. You know, I might not like everything that Tucker does. I like very little of what he does lately. But I will say this.
We love you too.
Tucker is an honorable person.
Woo, terrible in the house.
If Tucker tells you, and this goes to Mama Bear too, if Tucker tells you he's raising money.
Hi, Tracy.
For St. Jude's, believe it. Believe it. I've donated over $120 myself over there. I believe. I wouldn't put my money in. I mean, does he honestly seem like, hey, Tracy, how you doing, sweetheart? How you doing, Tara? I mean, you honestly think that he would need that money? You think the money would raise would make a difference in his life? No. Would it make a difference in St. Jude's? Of course it does. Every little bit helps. Hey, Schmiggy, how you doing? Yes, it's like a win-win. At least we have a feel.
Kelly.
Like I told Mama Bear this morning. Hi, Shannon.
And Shannon.
Kelly,
nice to
how
see
you doing, sweetie? And Tracy, I hope you're doing good, honey. Nice to see you.
Hello, DF Knock. Nice to see you.
Exactly. Good. No complaints. Glad to hear that. In this swirl of current stuff going on in the community.
Radio in the house. Hello. Nice to see you.
Good morning, Monkey Boy. How are you? RV Radio, nice to see you, my friend.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Keep on trucking, keep on trucking, keep on getting that
house.
signal, keep on getting that signal propagating, brother.
Breaker 9, this is RV Radio. Do you copy over?
There's a lot of things that currently divide this community. There's people with people, there's people.
Hi, Monkey Boy.
You know, we're all, it seems the time that a lot of
Thank
people.
you, Schmiggy.
Fix this. A lot of people are looking to pick up clubs and whatever they can use to attack other people on the channels. It goes with the territory. Good morning, Whiplash. 1 week till Super Bowl Sunday, I will be hosting for the boss and Janet and Bobby. Yeah. Next Sunday here on the Rancho, our traditional, this will be our 6th annual here. Thank you for last night. Okay, thank you very much. But let me just say, that's one thing we can all agree on is that St. Jude's is a good cause. And I don't think anybody in our community that knows Tucker for any length of time would ever think otherwise about holding him in high regard.
Whiplash.
And carrying through and doing the things that he says he's going to do. That's not my bone to pick with Tucker. We don't always agree on everything, but we sure as hell agree on that. He's a man of character, okay? And obviously stands up for things in the community. Now, I don't always agree with the things he says. I don't agree with the way he shapes the story. But he already knows about that. I'm not going to dwell on that this morning. We'll just say it goes with the territory now, okay? You think long and hard about that today, Elvis, before you strike with the royal scepter today. I suggest you think long and hard about that. Okay, because you're going to always have the opposite effect. Why don't people just donate directly? We always have issues in the end. I don't care what it is. I agree, Mallory Williams. You know, this is why this year, when I started to do the baking hangouts, and you know, with my past terrible history with GoFundMe's, and although I never took money in myself, taking it in for other people, man, that blew up. Like, what do you think, Jen? You know?
It's actually the same thought I had about 5 minutes ago.
Life changes. You know, I'm still picking this shit off.
I'd just rather just directly donate privately. Nobody knows about it, and I just do my donation annually, and that's it.
Thank you, Keith.
And
nipple in the ringer again, Jordan Blue. Yeah, you know, when you use the super chat, I think he's using
hello, Larson.
You know, they're getting a cut off the top. For my thought, what I wanted to do was always give the link directly in the description box, and then at various points through the event, and I like to do this in springtime, in particular spring and summer, I give the direct link to St. Jude's or Wounded Warrior Project or Disabled American Vets, to the Asthma Autism Society. I mean, I don't even know how many things, Jen.
And then it goes directly.
Goes directly. You don't ever touch it.
Organization.
You don't ever touch the money.
Right.
And it's like, boom.
It doesn't go to any links that are connected or related to Rosie. It goes straight to the organization website. You donate straight to the organization. I have Streamlabs, Lindsay.
I donated through to Tucker through the super chat.
Like you did the breast cancer last year. They went straight to
That's good, Mallory. Thank you, Monkey Boy.
Cancer Society, right?
Yep, exactly. Man, I never had another worry about money again when I did that. You know, I never had one person in a moment of heat pick up the ugly stick and say, "Hey, you didn't give, you know, let's see your record, let's see your accounting of stuff." And then you show the accounting stuff. Oh, you know, you made up, you doctored those. You know, it's like you can't win until you understand the motivation behind what the people are really after. Case in point, last night with the street stream last night, trying to turn a fun bar, lively Saturday night in a local bar into some dramatic chapel-filled moment of heart-wrenching sadness. And here comes Rosie Springer, as somebody said, into video the body in the casket and then dance around in a bikini, right? This is the attenuated nonsense that you get on YouTube when people take a fun event where obviously when you walk in you have no concept what's going on. Respectful to everybody, but everybody sees what they want to see. In videos and in street streams. But the nice thing about street streams and stuff is you don't edit them later. The whole hi Cher, how you doing?
Big hugs.
You don't edit those streams. They're up there for everybody to see. And it's like people always say, "Oh, look at the thumbs down and the thumbs up." You know, guys, you hang around YouTube long enough, you don't even look at the thumbs up and thumbs down. You appreciate it when people give you a thumbs up, but it doesn't rattle your world if people give you a thumbs down. As I've said before, thank you, Cher. As I said before on,
Hey,
yeah,
Jody.
oh dear, Jody's like, oh dear. People see what they want to see.
It was a celebration. It was actually.
And it was a celebration and a damn fine one too with the fire
celebration.
pit.
Everybody was.
The booze was flowing.
They were drinking. They're playing music.
Hello, Rebecca. The music was playing. The people had a rosy glow. They were happy.
And they were playing rock music.
And the funny thing is, when I look back no
bikini, no casket. That's right.
When I look back on the video last night and I look at the stream, and I've examined it about 6 times since then, the thing that strikes me in looking at it today is that a lot of people that were in that place, at least the ones I talked to, had no friggin' idea who Stu was. Look at how many people I go around and ask, what's this guy? What was he all about? I don't know.
Hi, Nightbot.
Did he work here? I don't know. Was he a patron here? I don't know. You know, I'm a very curious person by nature.
Yeah.
And I like to put a story together to tell people intelligently. And the story finally came together when the guy that worked there that was clearing off the steam table and this stuff finally told me who in the hell the guy was.
Yeah.
I have no idea whether that little alcove display is a permanent thing to the founder of the place so that people forever remember Stu. All the smiling pictures, all that kind of stuff. She did rub up against me. She put her hand on my back. Missy Jenn saw it.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, Hank. I should say, Zam. You couldn't tell. That's exactly right, Joe. You couldn't tell the difference between the wake and the normal punters in there. Exactly. But you hear people tell it on YouTube. And
They were
oh my,
willing.
it was a church chapel service, and somebody came dancing up the center aisle and did a Mary Lou Retton
Hi,
forward
Boo.
flip.
I watched people on there sitting there. They were schnockered.
Hey, Booze.
They were laughing so hard that tears were rolling down their face from laughing so hard.
That's the reality of it.
Now, is that a behavior that people would have on a wake or on a celebration?
Good morning, chiming. Exactly right. If it was a private event instead of a merged general open thing, typically a business will have signage that says closed for private party. Nothing. Now, if I had to do it over again, would I do exactly what I did last night? Probably not. Especially belching and walking out.
Hi, chiming. Mwah.
Especially going outside, doing the belch, and then go F yourself.
Thank you, Eric.
And Stewie, you should have had better friends. That was my comment walking out the door. It was pretty rude, the treatment I got.
Well, you had one bad apple there.
But I did not go off on the woman. I dealt as I always do with the utmost respect on a live stream. Aussie Shooter, how you doing, mate? Well, it's Jody Dekong. It's
oi, oi, oi.
Jody Dekong. It's the sign of the times that we live in. As the old saying goes, to a man with a hammer, everything is going to look like a nail. Which brings me to part two. Yeah, we'll finish with the belts. The belts was just a grand tribute to that person and what I thought. But you'll notice I did it when I was about 20 feet away from her, facing the opposite direction and walking out the door. Did that so that the people in the stream could see it, and then I expressed my thoughts. To her, no. To the air. That's the way you do it. That's the way I do it. I don't confront people and get in their face. You want me to leave? I'll leave. After finishing the $8 beer. Yeah, sorry, Jody. Yeah, that was the good part. Yeah, it should have been a private sign, but what they wanted to do, Booze.
Hi, Jackie.
But what they wanted to do was not have a private event. They wanted to have a wide open bar.
Right, because he was a very well-known
Look at all the pictures of the guy.
Musician. He was a saxophone player in a band that apparently played there at the
correct, John.
Bar.
Correct. It would have been it would have been the booze would have been free, but it was a bar. It was a bar event. God knows how many. If that thing is up a day, a week, a month, I have no concept.
I think this lady just wanted to have her 5 minutes of glory.
Yes, I was invited, Anna. I had an invitation
It's
to answer your question.
Snowflake.
Stu was a party animal, and Stu would have shook his head last night and said, out here in Sebastopol, the capital of hippiedom, Rosie O'Kelly and Missy Jenn are exactly the people we'd like to have hanging out here. Colorful people that have a good time and don't cry about things, laugh about things, and have spirit. Exactly. Stu would have wanted me to have fun. Good morning, Kim. It was fun while it lasted. Well, the good news is those are the type of street streams that you'll be able to look forward to on this and on the Rosie Murphy channel coming up. Berkeley, local places here, Oakland. I don't shy away from stuff. I engage life. I redline a little bit. Yes, I go into crash bar mitzvahs and stuff. But at no point in any of those things do I ever show any disrespect to anybody. Do I ever laugh at anybody and point anybody out? Do I ever make sport of anybody in there? Yeah, she said, go outside, buy a beer, go sit in the garden area. Thank you. It was a nice, nice place. I'd never been before. Missy Jenn and I were walking on the outside, and I was shocked to see this lighted up. What did you think it was?
Nice.
A place? What did you think
yeah.
it was? You kept telling me.
It was a weed tent.
A weed tent.
That was just baloney.
And when she said, "Hey, Ghost of Envy," when she said a weed tent, hey, Reba, how you doing, Reba? When she said a weed tent, I had to go check it out.
I was just bullshit.
I had to go check it out.
I knew it was not
a lot of angry pickers. There were a lot. There's always a lot of angry hippies in the parts. Well, Anna Jones, you asked me if I was invited, and I said yes, I was. I answered your question. So now we know what you are. Okay, but you're welcome to stay. It's fine. The funny thing, when we went in there, Missy Jenn, it took us about 15 minutes to get into the friggin'
We were basically invited upstairs by the lady that said, go down the elevator, go in the back door, and then buy yourself a beer. They'd love to see you out there in the beer garden area. That's where people hang out. If you're eating dinner, stay in here. Otherwise, please enjoy the beer garden outside. I thought, great. This is exactly what I wanted to see, the beer garden area. Take me to the weed tent. I'm telling Missy Jenn, what the hell, it was pretty funny though, right? And we tent.
Anna Jones, don't ask questions. Don't ask questions, Anna Jones, that you already know the answer to, because it makes you look like a fool. Okay?
We know.
So having fought our way,
we got you.
Hi, Cheryl. How are you? That's exactly right, just well. Especially when I'm buying my own drink with the love and the friendship of the people on the street.
You can never intrude in a public place where they have a public event, baby.
Isn't that funny? You go into a bar and you're an intruder.
Yeah. It's like going to a shopping center to buy a bread and then you're an intruder.
Unbelievable.
Really? Let me think.
Unbelievable. Yeah, your troll wig just fell off.
Yeah, your troll wig fell off.
I like that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Aussie. I'm laughing my ass off at things in there. Laughing my ass off. Yeah, rest in peace, Stu. I think Stu's probably looking down today.
Yeah, and smiling.
What do you think he's doing, laughing his ass off up there? So we go over to the building, and Missy Jenn is where we had really, hey, Mr. X-Man, nice to see you. We had a hell of a time getting inside.
Hi, Mr. X.
We had a hell of a time getting inside the place. Remember how hard it was to get in there, to even find the entrance to the place? We're going around the parking lot thinking we can go around, thinking we can get into the place. Have to go all the way back, all the way out on the street, all the way around. Then we get onto the wheelchair lift. Oh my God. You go to push the thing to lift, and all of a sudden the alarm goes off on the woo, 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 woo. And of course, you could be dying in that elevator. Nobody's going to come and save you.
Nobody would even come. That's the scary part, yeah.
We're in that lift and nobody's even coming. Right? And I gotta figure out how to get this lift. Hey Cindy, good morning. That's right, Polly. Haven't seen it a half a dozen times. You're welcome, Cindy. It was an epic stream last night. One of the best I've ever had.
Yeah, it
gives you guys amazing. A preview. 182 people on that stream. That shows you where people's interest is and what they want to watch. They like to see YouTubers engaged with other people on the street. Street life, how you doing, my friend? Good morning to you. It was a blast. It was a blast. Yeah, they do that now, chiming. Yeah, they'll prop up the dead in that corner. Unbelievable. I've seen that.
Well, they used to do that in the Wild West too. They had the open casket in the window of the.
Yeah, thank you, Booze.
Undertaker displayed.
Yeah, Friday and Saturday night have been great streams. Probably be out this afternoon, just doing a local.
Killed by Jesse
local
Gray,
one in the
December
hood here.
7, 1843.
Yeah, look, your little gray muzzle. You know, people get it. If we all just fell in line and we were all just talking heads in front of the computer all day with all videos,
Look at that.
Who would be putting the content up to talk about? Who would be putting the content up to talk about? The answer is nobody. So in point of fact, what some people hope would happen, that I disappear, that Elvis disappears, that Mama Bear disappears, and then all the other people that may currently not be the flavor of the month with some people disappear. You can imagine the experience of YouTube. That's it. Vicky's like, will you just behave? Yeah, did you enjoy the historical parts? Yeah, we know, Harvey. We get up off that lift and we finally get up there, and guess what? How do we go out to the beer garden area? Well, glad to have you back down there. Now you got to go back down the elevator. Hey, Incense, how are you?
Semper Fi, Yujiro.
That's why the real, hey, how you doing, Yujiro? Nice to see you. Semper Fi, my friend, says never disappear. Exactly. So now, Missy Jenn, we have to go back down the elevator to get it out to the beer garden area. We finally make it in there. That's right, Chimey. You're in it for completely laughs and entertainment. That's why we love you. You have the ability to differentiate and see honestly what you see on there. It's like Yujiro. Hey, Pam, you go from stream to stream, Yujiro, and you're in it for the shits and giggles. This is, at least I was honest enough. At least I was honest enough in 2019 to say, now that my life is fully my own and I got a lot of time on my hands, I want to go out, see the world, entertain, interact with people, and have fun. And bring that content to YouTube. It's not always going to be sanitized. It's not going to be Elvis travel, state of the steering wheel address and things. It's going to be on the street, having fun. Whether it's in Alaska, Hawaii, Las Vegas, it's going to be fun. But one thing you're always going to see on that stream, and the historical records will be there, is somebody that deals with other people with respect. Somebody wants to tell me, don't put them on video. I don't put them on video. But if they want to jump up in my face and get nasty with me right off the bat, then yeah, we will mix it up as I've done on streams before and had actual fight on the street. I don't care. Like a lot of people will tell you in the side, you got no class. You're just a, you know, you're a low ender. You're a hillbilly.
Hi, Mills.
Mills, how you doing, sweetie? Nice to see you. Good morning to you. Hello, spirits, hearts. You know, I'm honest. Yeah, I was a little, I mean, she was probably being friendly, thinking that I'm mourning. You know, I'm wondering what her game plan is. Missy Jenn's in the wheelchair looking up like, what the?
Hello, Cheryl.
Look at Missy Jenn. She just, I don't know, you know.
I'm like, well, you just have fun. I just wanna have you.
Thank you, Larson. And I have to just think to myself, what are you doing? You know,
I was just gonna go and have myself a beer while them two was gonna go at it or something. I don't know, and just roll backwards.
You know, she's a nice looking gal. At no time, hello, Happy Meal. At no time, McDonald's is Happy Meal. At no time was I ever disrespectful to her in any manner whatsoever. But I think you'll agree. Hey, Tasha, I think you'll agree. Trying to get the story of what the hell was going on there was difficult. Because by the time we went in there, a lot of people were 3 sheets to the wind and having the time of their life.
There were people, like I said earlier, there were people sitting on the couches there. They were already so drunk, laughing, that literally streams of tears were running down their face from laughing so hard. They were telling each other jokes and whatnot.
It wasn't a traditional wake. It was a celebration for somebody that was a musician at the place.
There were people picking people up to hey, you want to go home, and you know, like,
yeah, I heard the weather sucks in Florida today.
Get kind of snarkered in my place. You want to go in my place, your place. So
thank you, Andrea. Appreciate it.
Going from there to there. Then all of a sudden they linked up, and then they dropped their beers and they walked out and went, whoop, they were gone.
I mean, you got to understand that Sebastopol is a town that's frozen in 1972.
67.
Okay, 68. It's a hippie town. Peace, joy, love.
Nuclear waste.
No nuclear waste.
No nuclear energy coming through there.
Oh, I had Jody said, what was that beer you were drinking? It was called Death and Taxes. And to me, it's the closest thing to a Guinness. Once in a while, I like to have a dark beer like a Guinness. I just love the taste of Guinness. And that Death and Taxes, Jerry Garcia, that Death and Taxes was delicious. It's very close to that. I was appalled at the price tag for it. But, you know, since the people had been so kind on the stream last night, I enjoyed having a beer. And I thank them very much for what they did on the stream last night. Elvis should look at that as a model for what positive things do. ACMWB 72, nice to see you. The price, Jody, was appalling to me. Appalling. But I figure Missy Jenn and I, we've come into the place. We're not going to be leeches on the just grab the scene and go. We're going to patronize the place. Get a beer. Kick in a little bit. That's good. Congratulations to you, Jenny. This is an open chat. Welcome.
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 Hi, Steph.
KCB, wonder if Death and Taxes works for lactation like then. Might need some in a few months. I'll tell you what, that was a beautiful That was a delicious beer. Yeah, I was $8.01, and I popped an extra dollar on the counter for that. Gave a tip. And again, when you look,
hi Susie,
and you can't change history because it's on the stream. So no matter what anybody tells you, you can go there and make up your own mind about what you saw. I'm either a dog and the worst of the worst, or I'm a person that knows how to bring entertaining content to people on YouTube. Yeah, I wasn't drinking. Yeah, it's all online, Larson, the street stream last night. We had a great, how about the totality of the stream? We showed people some history.
The entire stream was probably one of the most epic stream because we showed you all the beautiful city of Sebastopol. We showed you Barlow, we showed you all kinds of epic scenery. And in the beginning of the video, we showed you a 1968 Roadster
Saab
V4, a 4-cylinder.
Take care.
But the engine is a four-cylinder, 2 cylinders here, 2 cylinders here, in a V shape.
I never in my life saw a V4.
With a fiberglass body. What a wonderful car.
What a wonderful, Vegas Vixen, how you doing, honey? What a wonderful car to put on the stream that people will never see. I'm probably going to cut that out and do a separate video.
And he started it up for us, and revved it and everything.
Isn't that red car great?
Popped the hood and everything. What a beautiful vehicle.
I'll probably pop that out as a separate video and re-upload that because of such an unusual vehicle, a Saab, and evidently for 4 years.
It was built by German Ford.
Yeah, you see V4s on motorcycles, but I never seen one. Hey, thanks, Steph. Yeah, the Hop Monk Tavern there. No, it went. No, it went $8. I'm not doing a GoFundMe for Marshall. He'll try to goad me into do that. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in a minute. I just want to put the end cap on this thing and say, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Because, you know, it's not often I hear something out of this one guy's mouth, but he said something on somebody else's stream. If somebody tells you, do not watch their content, and then you watch it, you continue to watch it, then you're the one with the problem, not the content creator. When you said that, you've said it all. If somebody tells you don't watch their content and you continue to watch it, at that point, they're not the problem. You're the problem. Okay, good morning, Fitz. Good morning, Joe Smith. Thank you, Rebecca. It's so true, isn't it, Susie? You got the off button. Now, over the last week, plenty of people have communicated to me, I've unsubbed your channel. And yet I have more people that come on and say, I love the content that you're doing. This is what we come on YouTube for. Not to consistently have a talking head in a box. Panel chats are great. My friend Cooper had me on last night. I was going to stay away. Why be a lightning rod? Right? What is it, George? That's the problem, Kevin. You're feeding the machine. Larson says, amen. That's right, Guido. Hashtag MYFA, make YouTube fun again. Last night was a classic. Case in point on that. Man, doing that street streaming gets you right in touch. The audience, the people that were watching on the stream, the side chat, we can't see everything that's going on there on the side chat. But damn, you guys get to interact on a real-time basis with
Gothic
YouTube.
sound creations. Meow.
KCP says, what kind of foolishness is this, telling people don't watch my content? I'm just repeating what somebody else espoused on their stream that I thought was a brilliant piece of advice. If somebody tells you don't watch their content, unsub if it's so irritating to you and so distasteful and so terrible. Unsub, move on, no hard feelings. Be with the people you want to hang with. Good morning, Joey D. No,
Hi,
we never
Joey.
we never went back and got that speaker. Yeah, the side chat rules and they have a good time. Do you know what it's like to be out with people that are eating dinner at a restaurant or be on the streets or be in the middle of that epic scene at that tavern and to have people talking to you real time? It's pretty amazing technology these days. It's pretty amazing technology that you're able to have that degree of real-time interaction with people. We had a blast last night. This girl's journey. Good morning, sweetheart. Nice to see you.
Hi there.
It was a blast. So therefore, everybody has two cards in their hand on YouTube. The green card, which is like keep on trucking for a channel. And you got the red card, which means I'm getting off this crazy train and I ain't watching anymore. There's the reality that some people do not like to hear, but there's your get out of jail, get out of hell card free. And you never have to worry about anything. Yeah, I killed one of the bottles in the background. I'm a heavy drinker. I'm not going to tell you guys, I came off of the kindness and friendship of people. We had a nice dinner last night. I had a couple Thai beers, Singha beer. I was feeling pretty good when I got over to the tavern. I was feeling even better when I had that pint of Death and Taxes there. I'm not going to say that I was totally sober, but I will say that I was respectful to people in that. Silence equals approval. Well, Oz, I love you, honey. You've been with me a long time. But you got to understand, content on channels is not always going to go where the viewer wants to see it go. I had somebody wrote me yesterday, said, I love the historical stuff about the father of carbon dating C14, being a graduate of that high school there. The fact that high school was used as Liberty High School in the Netflix series Stranger Things. We're bringing you real content here, real informational stuff.
That's
right. Nothing's going to be perfect for everybody. But you do the very best that you can do. Hello, Gothic Child. Thank you, Reba. If I was disrespectful on a stream, then it would be a different story. Good morning, Bean Sprout. Nice to see you, sweetie. Nice to see you. What lady? I don't know who's blocked. I'll have to double check. I don't block people off the channel here. Some of my mods may feel, hey, fired up, Grandma.
Less than one more than two.
Some of my mods may feel differently about that. You know, they should have a sign stating it was a private life celebration. Well, that's the thing, Buddy Holly. It wasn't. It was a bar with a little corner memorial and some eats, probably an organized thing. Hey, on Saturday night, you know, get on the microphone the week before. We're going to have a celebration of Stewie. Come on by the bar, hang out. Stew. That's it, Mallory. You hope one when you get a bad piece of chocolate. Yeah, we find some crazy stuff, Kevin. But there's no doubt that other people use the drama to build their own channels. Because, again, they have the red card and the green card, and they have the ability to hit the exit door at any time and let people judge for themselves on the stream. That's the bottom line. I'm going to go drop down another batch of coffee and we'll move on here.
Happy Sunday, y'all. Thank you, Jody. Yeah, I like this thing. It's actually like a velour, purple velour thin overcoat, and I'm not wearing anything under it. It's nice and comfortable. Thank you, Holly. And thank you, Spirit's Heart, for your kind words. Thank you, Polly. Happy Sunday, Andrea. Nice to see you. And thank you, Dr. Strangelove. Thank you, Jody. Meow, meow, meow. You know me. Hello, Street Vixen. Bean says we had to move RV parks today. Is it raining? We love you, Bean. Are you in the rainy area too? I bet it's raining where you're at too. I keep watching the weather every night, the weather forecasts on the Doppler radars and all that, the different kind of maps and stuff. And I saw that the southern Florida, Clearwater area and all that down there is just like getting hammered. And then Bermuda is going to get really nailed.
I dropped another pot of coffee down there. So
I'm doing great, Rebecca.
Take
Thank
a little
you.
bit.
I'm looking forward to Tuesday, get my surgery done and having that done. So I can check that off of my
Raining
to-do
every
list.
day. Yeah, that's cool. Let me mention something else too. It is a tradition of mine on the channel. I admit it. I own it. If there's an event going on, I don't classify last night as an event. I classified as a Saturday night at the bar with a tone of a tribute to Stu. Okay, I don't consider it a closed event with just, you know, invited guests. Anybody could go up. Anybody could go at any part of the place. Anybody could sit around the fireplace, the fire pit. Went in like in Petaluma at the Christmas event. They're having a crazy sweater party in the ballroom. Looks fun. Everybody's having a good time. It's not like it's a Toastmasters International meeting or a Rotary Club where they wheel me inside in a cake and I jump out of the cake in the front of the meeting, do something big like that with the bikini on. It's an event where people are having fun, the punch bowl. You say to yourself, hey, this might be fun. This might be fun to go in here and see what happens inside. I got the royal boot. But for those 5 minutes that I was in there, it was a lot of fun. At no point did I disrespect anybody in that event. Left. And all the other times that I've been booted out of events, everybody's enjoyed the content. There's a lot of them. Boos. I think that's probably the 17th time I've gotten a royal boot. But the thing is, I'm a curious person. I like to see what's going on. I like to see people having a good time. Like I said, if I sense that that's a Rotary Club meeting or a meeting of the Petaluma Ladies Underwater Basket Weaving Society or the neurosurgeons of the Bay Area Convention or meeting discussing dissection and resections of frontal lobes, I ain't going to go into it. Yeah, I'll tell you, Chiming, it was an epic damn chat.
And our restaurant choice yesterday was off the hook.
No, I wasn't Joe Smith, but that's the difference between being there and taking a shot and crashing a party or an event and having people laugh. And then finally somebody comes over and says, do we know you?
We were invited. It was a public event, open for everybody.
Rosie O. Springer, 50 minutes now telling us how the other guy can fire up a chat for 3 hours and sit there. But that's okay.
The waitress upstairs said, oh, come on in. Take the elevator down, come in the back door, and then enjoy yourself. Have a good time. Woo! So we were invited to a public event. Woo!
Thank you, Redhead. I ain't better than that, honey. So it's time for you, Redhead, to take your red card and exercise it and move on. Because you're not going to probably like what the future holds in terms of engaging people and having good-hearted fun on the streets.
Hi, Ufta.
In different venues. Hi, Ufta. How are you, sweetie?
Nice to see you. Yeah,
that's exactly right.
There was the woman with the chicken feet. That's right. Yeah.
That's according to you, Anon. It's not according to me. Okay? Now, the bottom line is that that's fun content that people love to be a part of on YouTube. It separates the people that want to get out and bring content and bring fun and bring you historical stuff and bring you little known facts, bring you the beauty of the street views of communities, take you into the little shops, take you into the restaurants, take you on that street chooching, as opposed to sitting there and being a derivative product channel that sits there and just criticizes. In other words, you have the channel that's creating the content And then you have the channels that talk about that content on there, the derivative. Now, they have the right to do that on YouTube. Case in point with Tucker raising money for St. Jude's. It's a good cause. You know, but for all the other people that put up the videos and complain and take out snippets of street streams and try to make some kind of point about somebody's a POS, you know what? On this channel, it doesn't fly. We got great people in here, and you'll see the title of my stream is In Praise of Smart People. Not sheeple, people. The next talking point of the coffee time here today. Smart people, smart people look around the community today. Many of them look at it just for the shits and giggles and the content. Some of them look at that and they're appalled by what they see. But the great majority of the people are extremely smart. They look at events going on in this community today, and they understand in their head, they see what's going on. They see the motivations behind people. And they get it. They cross over. They have a good time on this channel because I'm doing the same things I've done for years on here. Being out and about, chooching, walking, uploading videos, meeting people, interacting with people. Ain't a damn thing changed on here. What changed is my relationship with Dave and Becca. To put that on a positive plane. There was the original sin. That's the one that took an axe and split down the community here. Therefore, when people go into war and want to go to war with your channel now, they'll pick up clubs and whatever they can use, like a bar scene, and try to use that to separate more people. But see, the people that come in here are smart. Smart people that understand that the channel is exactly the same as it always was. Doing an audio hangout yesterday that almost 700-800 people watching, viewing can enjoy. Same content. Doing baking on Friday night. Same content. Same content. Now that I have a lot of time on my hand, ramping it up and doing more street streams because they're fun. They're interactive. Now, not only do I get to interact with people on the street, people that want to know everything about the gear I'm using, the camera I'm using, what I'm doing. And you'll always notice I tell people exactly what I'm doing. I'm doing a live stream for YouTube. No BSing about it, straight out there. And you'll see that 99% of the time, people are down with it and they're cool about that. Now the added dimension of live streaming, real-time street streaming, IRL, in real life streaming, is that you can have a whole ton of people on the side chat interact with you while you're interacting with people. They can direct you where to go. They can direct you, ask you questions about what's this or what's that. It's really a cool thing, you know, to have that level of interaction in the community is awesome. It's no wonder I love street streaming so much. And the people that come on the streams enjoy the content too. And for other people, it gives people something to talk about. You know, it provides the fuel. It provides the fuel that keeps the machine going down here. Smart people here. Smart people say, go get it, Rosie. Bring it in. Go into that party. Check out that building. Look around that corner. Look in there where there's the, you know, the homeless might be living inside of this abandoned building. Yeah, be our eyes where we won't go ourselves in there. You might get killed. You might get tased. You might walk into a gang situation. But it's incredibly watchable video. Now let's get to our final, and let me also mention Missy Jenn, very importantly, her surgery is Tuesday. I'm excited that she will finally be out of the pain and misery that's plagued her on her body for a long time. Can hardly sit in a comfortable position. I see her. I'm happy we're pushing ahead. I'm happy that she's having such a positive reaction. She looks beautiful. To her Ocrevus infusions, just like our wonderful friend Andrea up in Michigan, and we love you, Andrea. Look at this.
Hugs and love and kisses to y'all. Thank you,
look
Mike
at that.
Jetson.
That's, well, you know. I'm the box of food in the supermarket that's in the little basket in the back corner that says 50% off, right?
Thank you, Hazel.
Missy Jenn is the genuine article.
Thank you, Jody.
Right?
Thank you,
She's
Kim.
the genuine article on there. Thank you, Bean Sprout. We love you. That's why I love Missy Jenn.
Thank you, Bean Sprout. Thank you, Casey.
Smart person.
I can only once again emphasize I appreciate all the kindness and the love that we receive from each and every one of you every single day. And we're grateful and thankful for that very much. So
I mean, it's so nice to have people that reach out. Send you messages, send you flowers,
the
send
comments and everything.
In other words, the real friends
Guido
are still around. Some of them are upset.
Kevin.
You know, Susie. But there's no guarantee in life that things don't change. That's what I said. But I can guarantee you the current configuration, and what I can promise you right now, and Joe Smith, let me tell you, honey, I want you to mark this down. You're a smart woman. Mark this down. The configuration of this community today, with its current splits and fractures and fissures, will look totally different by December 31st, 2019.
Thank you, Regina.
Believe it. Just like in 2018, when Dave the Fisherman, Mike the $1 Million Man came in as the conquering
profile. Have a good day.
Biafta as Dave the Fisherman, Mike the $1 Million Man came into the community, turned it on its head, and became the biggest single focal point of love and admiration for the community at large, for the Elvis funds of Lacey Rocks, Mike the $1 Million Man. Man, I went to war. I had the Alamo. I was like the only person that stood against that for my own reasons of saying about chargebacks and things like that, and the ability of people to run their own channels and to do what they want on the channel. Man, Mike the $1 Million Man and I were then look at Dave's stock went down. The whole thing shifted. And now look at Dave and I today.
Eclectic, domestic.
I guarantee you that the configuration of the community today will look entirely different at the end of 2019. Guaranteed. Hello, Eclectic Domestic. Nice to see you, sweetie. That's my promise to you. Today's goats could be tomorrow's heroes, and today's heroes could be tomorrow's zeros. We know the way that YouTube works. We know that YouTube is a court of public association, not a court of law. It's also not a place where we're sociologists. We have a lot of people that are armchair psychologists, psychiatrists, oncologists, proctologists, fortune tellers, gypsies. I mean, you can find it all on the Void. You can find it all on the Void. This is not a place to cure social ills here on YouTube. It's an entertainment venue. And remember that. Now let's get on to our final topic of the day, Joe Smith. Let's move on. Let's move on to the RV community support for Elvis travels. I'm going to go grab a cup of, backseat uologists. We have people rise from the dead here. We have people that beat cancer here. We have people miraculously that find 1972 Chargers in barns in perfect, pristine condition. I mean, you can find it all down here.
Aloha, Colleen. Welcome to the chat. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Well, I just, hey, Harvey. Harvey, I just, once again, I cannot say it often enough. Harvey, you're just such a wonderful gentleman and a friend. You're just amazing.
Harvey's a horn dog.
Rosie says you're a horn dog, but you know what? We're all kind of horn dogs in our own ways. And but you know, you're just a phenomenal. You're a phenomenal guy, and we love you. And thank you for being part of our lives. And I know I'm really grateful to have you. Much respect and love to you. So I'm going to get some coffee, and I'm going to let Rosie talk about the.
You want to wrap up, or are you done with?
Well, you're going to talk about this RV thing.
Yeah, I don't think you have any interest.
I don't have anything further to add to this stream, so I'm gonna switch off and get started on a project of my own. I gotta actually go shopping for today's lunch and get some things.
Yeah, we're gonna have spaghetti tonight, so.
Oh, we're gonna have spaghetti? Okay. So I just want to say thank you, all of you, for continue support across all of the channels. I have also, as some of you might know, I've started the live hangouts weekly on Thursdays on transgirlsrealitytv. I've been having great support there. A lot of you have come over and been supporting that, coming up and joining me there. Really happy about that, and it's been really positive. And I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, very humbly and graciously saying thank you. And I love you all from the bottom of my heart. And you all have a great Sunday. Much love. Okay, so I'm going to take care of George and some other things.
All right, honey. Thank you. As usual, thank you for making coffee time great. All right. All right. There goes Missy. On to bigger and better things. Yes, Harvey, we love you. There she goes. We got the big, her surgery on Tuesday. We'll keep you all posted on what's. Hey, Red Pill, how you doing? The Cobra John, how you doing? The last thing I want to talk about is this, this whole thing about, a van rebuild, a van restoration. It's another case of things just blowing totally out of control on YouTube. What started as a flight of fantasy on my part for entertainment and content here on YouTube to theorize exactly what I would do if the Lisa Marie was mine to restore that to pristine showroom condition and make it better than new by doing a custom design job with a center aisle shower, reconfiguration of the whole unit, and a lot of, hey, Elf, how you doing, sweetie? And a lot of customization of the RV. To me, in my mind, that's a really fun thing to do. So I sat down at the computer and I took about an hour, and I do the same thing when I do a restoration or a renovation project at home. I put together a order of work to be done, and I put together a theoretical cost list of something, what that might run with a material. And yeah, Tasha says, I like that idea with the floor. Seems very involved, though. Okay. Liberty says it's a freaking van. I disagree on the, I disagree. Harvey, if you can post Missy Jenn's channel and the Rosie Murphy channel, I would appreciate it. You may not agree, Liberty, but it is an RV. It's a Class B recreational vehicle. Okay, AKA a camper van. Now, when I did that, I did this strictly for fun content so that people could come in on the side, weigh in, and give their thoughts. Like Tasha said, I like the idea with the floor. It seems very involved, though. It's just a matter, Tasha, of taking your time and making a template. Perfectly fitting that template on the floor and then transferring that to marine plywood and then planning for proper under support with stringers underneath of it. You take that into the back door, you sit that down, you now have your usable platform for the raceway, for electrical, for plumbing, and everything else. It was fun, but I never knew that it would take on a life of its own to the point where you know, people were talking it up like the restoration. The question was asked to me, and I'll give the same answer that I've given and never deviated from. If anybody, if somebody came to me and said, would you do this work? Yeah, I would put my labor into it, but I wouldn't put any money into it. End of discussion. Why would I do that? Because I like the challenge of customization. I would enjoy the challenge of the craftsmanship that would be involved in taking a rig like that and making it a first-class vehicle. Now, whether anybody else took the leap to start talking about funding and other stuff, that ain't my problem. That's on you. Because remember, you got a twofold problem. Number one, you got to raise money to restore a van, and you're already babbling about the cost of the material, and you don't think it could cost that much. It probably cost about 10% more than I said. Okay, you don't know the price of materials in supply stores. You don't know the cost of electrical cabling these days, the cost of plumbing supplies, the cost of wood. Remember, we got tariffs on now, okay? It costs money. That's the first problem you have. Give me a minute and we'll talk about the funding part of that. That's the first problem you have. The second problem you have is a hell of a long journey from Tampa, Florida to Santa Rosa, California. Generously figuring 8 miles to the gallon for a camper van, and the mileage is horrendous on these things. The mileage is horrendous. You take 3,000 miles and you divide that by 8, and somebody can do the math out there, and then multiply by about $2 and maybe 25 cents for an average gallon of gasoline. Because remember, when you get to California, you're up to $3.25 a gallon. Somebody can do the math on the side, and that's just the price of gasoline alone. Now you got to put tires on the rig. Now you got to put tires on the rig. Okay? Now you're looking at that expense. Two big problems there. Now you come to the point where you want to think about the money, and then you pop me under the bus again and go back to 2015 with the Amanda May and fundraising for all that, and various GoFundMe's that I did. This is not 2015. There is zero capital of goodwill for you. Zero in this community. Absolutely zero goodwill. If I put up a GoFundMe for you, all you'd hear would be crickets. How do you explain that? Well, there's absolutely no reservoir of goodwill. So then you take it up to you take it up to the next step, and you say, well, it's the blame of the drama community here. And it's like Elvis says today, I'm gonna pull the band hammer out. I'm taking the whole drama community out. And I said last night, good luck, Marshall. They'll be stuck on this thing like white on rice. The big problem is, how do you generate a reservoir of goodwill? Clearly, what you're doing now is not fitting the bill. And I tell you that as a friend, to try to give the guidance to you, to show you when I'm out, like last night, doing for the most part positive content. Yeah, it gets controversial in there, but people reward that content. What's a difficult thing is to be behind the wheel and give a state of the steering wheel address and expect to get money for that. When you review RVs, it's great content. When you do food stuff, it's good content. At least to me it is. Introduces me to some of the Middle Eastern foods that I don't know. That's just my opinion. That's what I really enjoy watching. Stuff associated with the vans and all that kind of thing. There's no capital of goodwill here. You might be best for business. Hi, Linda. You might be best for business, just like I'm best for business on YouTube. But the difference between us is there's some capital reservoir of goodwill and content providing here on YouTube. So let's think about the theoretical GoFundMe starts up. And what happens? I mean, you'll have some people come along for shits and giggles that want to kick a few dollars in. The people that enjoy, that's a normal thing here on YouTube, you know, to continue the show. But, you know, now you want to go to war. Now you're want to go to war. Hey, Vinny, good morning. And go after the drama community now and say that they don't donate, they don't pay their taxes. You know. So again, you can do that at your own peril, Marshall. But then you take it up another level. You ramp it up another level. And now you say, well, point that GoFundMe. I think so, Vinny G, too many expectancies. Now you want to ramp it up to another level, and you want to say, let's just burn the bridges behind us. Let's just go to the RV community, and it'll be the promised land, the land of milk and honey. The thing I want to tell you, in my opinion, good morning, how you doing, JK NoCal? In my opinion, the RV community is watching like a hawk what goes on over here. And they're enjoying the shit show. From Nomadic Fanatic right on down the line. And what I can tell you, if you think that entering into the RV community and saying, I'm home, boys. Woo! Let me put my camper van right in the middle of this meetup. You wake up in the morning and open your barn doors and nobody's around. They're gone. And you're just left with a field of foam fingers giving you the finger on sticks surrounding your van. Imagine that scene. There isn't any money in the RV community for you. There's no money in that community. No matter what you might think, that they will support you, that they will have your back because you're a fellow RVer, I have to tell you, I don't think it's going to happen. And I tell you that as your friend. The one person that you should really listen to in this community. I've tried to model positive content. Yes, sometimes it's controversial. People can pass judgment on that. But it's content that people obviously enjoy watching, and they do reward. Not a requirement, but something that we're always grateful for. And as I've said before, you continue to get into your canoe and insist on paddling upstream against torrential rapids that are going to swamp your ass, and that's going to be it. I often have to wonder why people beat their heads on the wall. Like people ask me, why do you beat your head against the wall? Because I care. Straight up, I own that. But I tell it like it is. There is not the money in that community to support. Now, there might be somebody comes over. I have no concept, but I need to buy my own RV. I need to buy my own camper van. Because I want to join the shit show and be in Florida and have all that fun. And eating shawarmas and having meetups and Fantasy Fest in Key West to bring all that content. I own that. I'm honest. I'm honest about that. To me, it's content. Thank you, Pecan Baby. 5 pounds, hashtag Pecan Baby 3107. You say all the drama community does is feed trolls. I've said it a million times. People use this YouTube platform for what they want to use it for. The drama community likes to follow the interactions of people. You got villains and you got heroes. Well, it varies by where you sit, which side of the theater you sit on, whether you're with the Sharks or whether you're with the Jets. To them, the great majority of people in that community, it's fun watching to see the ball get batted back and forth. They're not that invested in it, Marshall, but when you ask somebody to reach into their pocket and support a GoFundMe for the restoration of the fabled Lisa Marie to its Elkhart, Indiana factory produced greatness, I'm just telling you the realities of what you're going to run into down there. The first thing I learned in fundraising and in business is, thank you, Holly, hashtag Holly. The first thing I learned in business is don't ever do a fundraising exercise unless you're 100% guaranteed of success before you start. Jerry Lewis telethons. Jerry Lewis knows exactly before the event began exactly how much money he was going to raise, plus or minus whatever public contributions is. Pretty predictable. The past GoFundMes that we had here, Do you think when I went out there and agreed and people asked me to help them, could you do this? I need eye drops post-surgery. Janet, life on the half shell. Warren's power wheelchair. Wayne with his restore his rig to greatness. Do you think that people actually just come on here and just start it up and just the money flows? No, man, you're out there before the event begins. You're beating the bushes, talking to people and working the phones and asking people if they'll support this. Who's going to work the phone to make that happen for you? This is not 2015. Everything is about planning. Everything is about seeding, caring, bringing a vision along in a business-like manner. But Marshall, to use your biblical, you like to go to the Bible for your parables and analogies and things. Here's the real applicable parable. When you go out in the field with your seed to sow, does your seed fall onto fertile ground? Or does it fall onto rocks and weed-choked fields? In my opinion now, you throw the seed out there, the GoFundMe, and it falls onto rocky soil, weed-choked rocky soil. Yeah, there might be the odd little shoot that comes up now and then. But it's not going to be a harvest. Why? Because the ground is not fertile. Anybody that's a smart fundraiser or business person knows that. So anybody that can help, all they can be painted with is the brush of failure. Hey Cassidy, how are you doing today, honey? I know, Mallory, that was just my final point for today. The metaphors are very real. We seem to be in a time where everybody's trotting out the Bible. Well, the Bible does have a lot of great lessons in it. Nice to see Cassidy today. Always honored to see you in here. Hello, Dances with Trolls. Mama Bear in Vegas. This is the continuing story. I've had people contact me that want to make that happen. But to me, again, in the community, who would ever take that upon themselves at the current time? And it's another case, you come on a live stream, you have fun, you joke around, you theorize about what might be. Remember the RV rebuild and restoration? You have a little bit of fun, and then everybody starts running with that. Would I have fun with Mama Bear in Las Vegas? I would have a blast. Could you see Mama Bear at the Piranha Club? Could you see Mama Bear at Battlefield Vegas riding a tank around, shooting a AK-47, a rocket-propelled grenade? Hey, Luna, how you doing? But if I did ultimately do something like that, it would be my call to do that. But you see, I do think about things. I do look at the state of what's going on today. I've already got one finger in an electric socket. I don't need to add a second finger to it. How you doing, Scottish? Nice to see you, baby doll. Yeah, and then he said take Mama Bear parachuting. Quinny, I don't really hang around that often over there, Quinny, to be deeply invested in what she does. I go over there to paint, to do crafting, to have fun things. You'll notice I'm not around, nor am I on Elvis's streams when they get nasty. Because to me, that's not good YouTube content. But it's her channel and his channel. People show up, people watch. Take care, Cassidy. Enjoy yourself. Yeah, there hasn't been much crafting. There hasn't been much. I had expectations that 2019 for Mama Bear would be the peace train. Well, we know the peace train went off the trestle and is somewhere in mid-flight down to the canyon down there. Bottom line, how much money are you giving Elvis for the restoration project? Nothing. That's the bottom line. I feel like, if anything, this work order, this work that was put in to a plan of restoration, I kind of hope that might be a motivator for you to maybe pull in a positive direction so that you could make that kind of dream come true. But it's not my responsibility. It's not my responsibility to feed that, to put money into that. It's your dream, not mine. This was just fun content. And I'm going to tell you this too, Marshall. You want to talk about other people, you better be very sure of your ground that you stand on, okay? Especially when it comes to legal things. And I made a point in one of my earlier hangouts this week. Thank you, Reva. Gotcha. Thank you, Reva, honey. I made it a point of telling you clearly you better be very sure of the ground that you stand on when you talk about other people's records. Okay? Well, I guess sometimes I feel a little comfortable because I do, you know, we all have a past. Mine is very checkered past. It's out there. But other people still really care about what's out there. Nice to see you, Vinny. Yeah, I'm just saying, it's like joking. Just work for something. Make it happen. If you work for something like a, you know, something like a restoration of this, and you can now envision in your mind, because of the work that I did, you can now envision in your mind, I did see that, Vinny G. You can now envision in your mind exactly what such a layout would look like. To me, it would be inspiring to go raise the money to make that dream a reality. Then you would have the pride that to be able, as you say, to tell the trolls and make a statement that would be true to tell the trolls on your channel. That I did it all myself and I didn't need anything from you guys. And what would the trolls say? Damn, you did. So what I'm trying to get you to see is everybody's channel's white hot right now, Marshall, because of all this situation. But your field of dreams, of fundraising, of having a GoFundMe is really just a field of screams. A field of no's. No, 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 no. Because you lack the capital of goodwill. That's as clear as I can make it. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up today. I will end on this note, Marshall. Think about things. Don't immediately grab the low-hanging fruit and think it's my responsibility to get across to now. Burn bridges. Get across the RV community. I know some of those people in the RV community, and I don't think it's a wise thing. Because right now, the majority of the people that watch you and watch me are sitting in the comfort and privacy of their own home. They don't have any intention of getting in their cars or their trucks and putting it in gear and coming to see you. The RV community is a whole different kettle of fish. Unlike the people that sit here and watch in the comfort and privacy of their own homes, these people bring their home with them. These people hang out in Florida. I'm not going to say any more. I got smart people on my channel. They can connect the dots. That's the damn truth. Am I your friend? Yes. Do friends tell people the honest bottom truth about things? Yes. So I'm asking you to think about things before you go on the air today. And before you throw more fuel on this thing, I'm asking you to think about the sensibilities of what I said. And do not try to shame me into doing something that I think would be destined to failure, because friends don't really do that stuff. All right, I'm going to go ahead. I'm sorry for anybody that got blocked out today. I want to thank you, Harvey, and everybody else, Vinny G, Rhode Island Van Man, Whiplash, Colleen. It's good advice. It's good sage advice. $2,000, $3,000. It's not a huge mountain to climb. There's hundreds and hundreds of people in this community that could write a check like that with no problem at all. But would they? That's the real issue. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you around later this evening. I'm going to do a little more work in the shop. I want to thank you guys for being along. Thank you for your love and support of Missy Jenn. Thank you for your love and support of the stream last night. Those of you who enjoyed that, thank you very much. It was an epic stream. Cobra John, thank you. Low Profile, Luna Moon, Chiming, everybody. Beryl, take care. Vinny, love you too. Take care.